Good morning, everyone. I'm heading out the door just before 6:30 on this beautiful fall Monday morning. Let's make sure the door's locked here. I got a cup of coffee and a bagel. I think I'm gonna have a few bites while the truck gets warmed up. Let's get that 6.7 liter fired on up here. Now, it is a little bit cold. It's only like 43 degrees. And oh boy, although I really do like the fall weather, the mornings are a bit chilly and definitely need a sweatshirt here. But I'm going to let the truck idle. I'm going to grab my cup of coffee, take a few more sips here. Really helps wake me up. And I think I'm going to have a few bites of my bagel here, and then we'll leave here in a few minutes. Today is yet another busy day for the landscaping business here. I think we have 2 lawn care crews going out, another one to work on some excavation to help with drainage around the property, and today we are going to be going out working for the home builder. He actually wants us to be brush hogging abandoned job site here. Should be a lot of fun, and we actually have to pick up a brand new attachment at the John Deere dealership on the way. That's why we got to leave a little bit earlier. And now we're also going over to the county over here. Should be about 30 minutes to Griffin, Indiana, which should be a pretty good thing here, but the crews actually do need the F250 here. You guys might be asking, Square, why are you driving this, not the GMC? Well, I thought I would change it up here, and this is a pretty sweet truck. Now, one thing, as you guys saw this morning, it does not have a remote start here since it's an XLT here. That's one thing I noticed, and I really do like remote start. Once you have a feature like that, you just can't kind of live without it here, but we'll leave that truck here, but we actually need to get going. We don't want to be too late here, and I believe the home builder said he'll stop by. Maybe we could have a chat with him. So I'm thinking we're going to be taking the Chevy 3500 dump truck here along with the Bobcat T590. Now, guys, I actually recently just updated this to the latest version released by Machine Modding over on Facebook here. We have 3D tracks here on it. These are actually new tracks, a completely new system here on it. Now, I did also get the upgrade of the beacon light up top, which is going to be perfect here. And this winter, we actually have to put snow tracks on it, so that should work out pretty good. But why don't we hop on this, in this here, let it get warmed up here for just a minute or two as we get the truck and trailer all set up. Alright, this gets back to on the trailer here. Now, what I'm thinking, guys, when we do go to pick up the brush hog, we're going to be putting it up front, and we'll just move the skid a few feet forward here. Now, you guys might also be asking, Square, why are you bringing the buckets? And I believe the home builder did ask us if we could move a few dirt piles around to give his workers a little bit more room with bringing in their service trucks and things like that. So we'll do that service for them, no problem, but I think we're good to go. I don't even think we do need the weed eater, so let's head on over, stop by John Deere really quick. I already bought it, paid for it online, so we just have to get it loaded on, and I think that they're also going to help us with that. Now, I hope everyone's been having a fantastic day so far. Let me know how it is down below. My week's been pretty awesome, and I'm just really excited for what's to come here. We're getting so close to FS22, almost coming up on a month, which is pretty exciting here. But doing some brush hogging, some brush mowing is a lot of fun here. Now, he did actually send me a few pictures, and guys, it is going to be a challenge here, even for the Bobcats. It's going to be a lot of fun, though. Alright, we're here at the Deere dealership. Oh, look at that. They have it right out front here for us. That is really helping us out here. We have to really get going on over to the job, and helping us do that is always great. And they actually are really good with customer service. But here it is, guys. This is brand new. This is actually a Bobcat branded, I believe. I think this is 72, if not an 80-inch brush cutter deck. This requires a lot of hydraulic power, but it is going to get the job done. And look at that. They already have a skid almost ready to go. So I'm just going to wait around. I think I might set up the camera and tripod for this. I think that would be pretty neat. It hasn't even been 10 minutes since we got here, and we're all ready to go here. Now, I actually was able to fit it on pretty good here. You guys can see it is a very big brush hog, even on this trailer, and I think the weight distribution should be good to go here. Actually, most of the weight on the skid steer is actually right there at the engine, so having the engine overhang the front axle, I think is going to distribute the weight perfectly. That has to be right, otherwise towing is unsafe and sometimes a bit tricky if you go a little bit too fast and potentially lose cruise control here, but we need to get on over to the job site. We should be getting there probably just before 7:30, maybe 7:45. I always like to get going as early as we can get, especially with getting darker earlier. The sun setting, it's always good to get a head start in these early mornings. We're just getting into Griffin County here. We're probably 4 or 5 minutes away from the job site. And I actually really quickly wanted to tell you guys a story here. So you guys might be wanting to know, why is it overgrown? Why is it abandoned? Well, this custom home builder signed to build a home for his own. He actually ran out of money, and the job has just been sitting until the customer was able to pay. Looks like they're getting back to work now, and they need us to clean it up quite a lot here. But we actually have to go down one of these side streets here, I think. Oh yeah, we're actually coming up here on the job site. We could actually see the unfinished house over there. Definitely abandoned as we're going to be approaching it now. Like I mentioned, I only saw this in a photo, so I wonder just how tall it is. But oh wow, look at that, some pretty big bushes. I think that is a dirt pile over there. Hopefully that's a dirt pile. If not, that is definitely some pretty big trees and things like that here. But he said everything on the land needs to be chopped down with the brush hog. So wow, this is going to be a lot of fun here. Looks like a lot of obstacles as well, so we do want to be pretty careful. So I'm thinking it's probably best for us to park the truck on the side of the road here. That way we could go right up to the road on the other side without having the truck and anything interfere. Just putting the ramps down now, but let's hop on in the Bobcat, get it idled for a few minutes here as we do take a quick walk around here. I actually really quickly just want to check it on out here. This looks to be pretty heavily dense here with some bushes. We got some tools, things like that. Looks like a lot of just dirt piles. Okay, I just want to make sure we aren't going to be running over metal or wood, things like that, because those, if we run over, is going to damage that brand new brush hog, and it's going to send pieces of it flying all over here. So there's electrical box. I mean, guys, there is a little bit of grass here on the edge here. We do have to be careful with the fence. We don't want it to kind of get caught along the fence here. And I believe he did ask us to move some of the dirt piles, so probably a little bit of that dirt pile and just make one big one here. So those should be pretty easy. But hey, let's get the Bobcat unloaded, and we actually have to get the brush hog attached, and it should be pretty simple. Alright, we'll just bring it off the trailer here now. We are probably just going to leave the bucket on the side of the road here. Really don't want to be bringing it on the job. That way we don't have to maneuver around it here. But I will say, guys, this Bobcat, probably one of the best skid steers in Farming Simulator. All the options you could get on it, all the detail, as you guys just saw there, with the latches to attach an attachment. So you guys can see we get it attached. We got the hydraulic lines, and we also got those lower down there. That is pretty sweet here. But hey, I guess we loaded this on right. We're doing it on the grass here, I believe. Yeah, this is just a farm field. The farmer won't mind, especially since we aren't really tearing anything up here. But let's get the blade fired on up. This is going to be a lot of fun here. Hey, I just can't wait to kind of see how it is here. Now, I am using the Real Mower mod as well. That does come in pretty handy here. We do want to go as low as we can. We don't want to be going into the dirt, but hey, if we could get this looking the best we can and get the workers back to work without having to work in tall bushes, that is going to be good. Wow, this is going to be a little tricky to even turn with this right out front here. Look at that, taking out the bushes, no problem. This thing, I really want to see how it does mulching everything, so look at that all. But let's just keep on going now. Potentially, guys, we could have brought one of the compact tractors, but I will have to say the skid steer is a lot more maneuverable here, and if we have to move dirt, we could just switch out the attachment here instead of having the full loader on the other ones as well. And you guys can see this thing, no problem. We aren't really bogging down, which is the other big concern of mine when you're going through tall grass. But luckily, the hydraulics on the Bobcat, I believe, have a little bit higher flow than what it would on a regular tractor, especially one of those small compact tractors as well. But the Bobcat, you guys can see, is just so versatile. Like I mentioned, we can move dirt with it. We can put all these different attachments on it, and I will say, guys, these attachments, if you have so many, 4 or 5 of them, it could be could be a third of the price of the actual machine. But hey, these are really important to let you do all different types of jobs with it. We're 45-50 minutes into today's job, and you guys can see we are actually making really good progress here with the Bobcats. It is doing a pretty good job here now. I will say, guys, we are having a little bit of problems going over some of these dirt piles, just with trying to get it nice and cut low here, but I will say it is doing a really good job here, just nice and mowed. And even the spots that we can't mow all the way down, just having it mowed even probably half the height is really helpful as well. But wow, this is gonna turn out unbelievable when we're done. Now there are some big areas, big clumps of grass areas like that, but he just said needs to be mowed down, and that is what we are doing here, no problem. This is actually a lot of fun running this thing, and you could definitely see a pretty big before and after, which is always a pretty cool thing here, especially when these are one-day projects. Seeing it all nice and clean after you're done is definitely great marketing as well if we want to put a sign out front. Guys, it looks like we're coming up here on the last little patch here. I will say, guys, I'm actually a bit surprised. Thought this would have taken a little bit longer, especially with all the obstacles here, but we've been able to really maneuver around the entire job site, having no fences, things like that really did come in handy here. But guys, this Bobcat looks so cool, and once again, big shout out goes out to Machine Modding over on Facebook here. Probably one of the best Bobcats in Farm Sim, and hopefully all these get brought on over to the new Farm Sim as well. That would be a pretty sweet thing as well, which would be a neat add-on for the game, and more than likely these over time will get brought on over. But guys, that is it here. I actually want to take a quick look at it. Really wish I brought my drone to see from up above here, but wow, that looks unbelievable here. Pretty neat. But we'll put this back on the trailer here, and we'll actually get switched over to Bucket, do a little bit of dirt work here, and then we are going to be good here. Now, we actually have a pretty big contract with this contractor here. We do all the landscaping for all the houses he builds, and that is awesome here. So, returning customer, and this is a pretty big contract. I think we do probably, I would say, 3-4 of his jobs every single week here. He builds a lot of houses here in the surrounding counties, and we just kind of do it all for him. But I think, guys, I'm probably going to do the dirt work here off camera, just a lot of back and forth here. Although it is fun to work with dirt, this is more than likely just combining piles and things like that here. But hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It was a lot of fun getting to run the brand new mulcher brush hog on the Bobcats, and we cleaned up this job site as well. But thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next one, and subscribe for more.